Hey guys, Master Patty, how are you? Welcome to MPAI Labs. It is Sunday and it's Easter. I just got back from church. If you spent, time with your family or you went to the beach, hope you had a great time. Always trying to make time for your family, okay? So today we're going to talk about Google Gemini, okay? So this is going to be very interesting because I have early access to one of their features and I'm going to be sharing my screen just a little bit. But, Gemini is very smart. I like that. It is designed for a lot of things: texting, image, video. You can do audio, code, and the newest thing is you can make music. So I'm going to show you for that. It's a great workflow. And for beginners, this is really good because it has everything on there so you don't have to keep going out to do stuff. The video is amazing. It's integrated and it's practical for every day and it doesn't hallucinate, just like CT. Okay. So one of the key starter benefits is the text, image, voice, and file all in one place. Once again, you don't have to go out to like, a third party app. You can do everything all in one. Okay. You can upload an image, ask a question, generate the actual content from it. You can actually, reduce the need of having multiple tools. So instead of buying this and that, it's all in one. It's just, it's a huge, LLM and it's very smart. So it's a single mode AI system and that's what you want. Now, what I like about the Google ecosystem is, a lot of stuff, they give you a lot of stuff for free. Okay. So you have built-in tools like Google Docs, Gmail, Google Sheets, and you can use all that if you have, the actual, Gmail itself is very good. It drafts emails for me amazing. There's a different features and hopefully, I go through that. But if you have Gmail, most of people do, it'll draft it, you can polish it, it can summarize documents, it can analyze spreadsheets, amazing stuff. So that's what I like about Gemini, and it's very clean chat style. It's sort of similar to, ChatGPT. No coding required. I've done some stuff like that, but I want to actually share my screen. And this is sort of like an overview of Gemini basic, okay, because we're starters. And then I'll show you like the new features, okay? So here is Gemini. You can, basically, sign in with your Google email, and this is what you're getting. Okay. It is, personalized to me. Where should I start? Basically, you can ask Gemini anything. Here's the tools that you can use down here. Create images is new. It has Canva. It has deep research. You can create beautiful videos. This is new. Create music, which I've done already. Guide and learning. And if it's not there, it's out here. Okay. And there's different modes. I'm using the fast, quick, answer quickly. Remember, it does do a very good, deep, complex problem. And then you have the pro advance. Okay. Here's the mic. If you want to use the mic, I don't use the mic. Okay. So if you want to add any files or upload anything, you can upload the files here. You can, pick it from your G drive, photos, you import code, and then Notebook LLM. I've talked about that before. This is an amazing tool. Okay. It summarizes everything. I have to say this is a little bit more advanced than ChatGPT because everything, that they've given you is free. Okay. All you need is just a Gmail. Okay. On your left-hand side here, you have new chats. This is where you're going to start your chat. Right here, excuse me. And then you have my stuff here, which is my stuff. Storybook, we can talk about that later. Okay, but these are all the chats here. You can upgrade down here if you want. That's in the blue, and then the settings and help. Okay. So the first thing that I saw is I got an email in my Gmail stating that we can create music, which is cool. So I'm going to click on this. Okay. This is early access. So you can pick a track to remix. You can do rap, Latin, you can do all sorts of this workout or reggaeton, cinematic, emo, Afro pop, you name it is here. Okay. And what I did was I did a K-pop, and you just click on this and you can customize the track. I actually did it already just to save time, which is right here. Okay. So what I picked was the K-pop. I want them to sing about a lost puppy and finding the right love by accident. So it thought a little bit about it, and it stated, I've created a K-pop, track per your request. Your song is about a lost puppy, leading to an accidental love. So I'm going to let you hear a little bit. I think it did a great job. The song is actually 2 minutes and 29 seconds. We're not going to listen all the way, just a little bit snippet. Here we go.
Running through the neon, calling out your name. 누나 어디 있을까? My heart is beating like a drum, it's not a game. 입새우 지금. Hey, whoa, hey, whoa. Where did you go? Looking for a sign, but then I crash into your orbit, crossing every line.
Okay, this is as good as Suno. So I just want to let you know. Once again, once this is released, you go to new chat and it's going to be create music. You come here, okay? Google does not disappoint. So I thought this is, a great time for me to share this. Pick whatever you want and you describe it, and then it will, make you the long track. Once again, that music was 2 minutes and 29 seconds. So that's very cool. I think everybody's getting into the music, the AI music business, because it's a lot of money. And this is part of like my pro plan. But like I said, I have early access. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is to create images. Google has made it easy to figure out what style you want. Okay. So you can figure out, you can do runway, Technicolor, you can do cinematic, you can do sketch. I did the steampunk. Okay. So you can click on the steampunk here, and then you can add a photo if you want to and describe it. What I did, we'll do one live, okay, is basically I wanted a steampunk of a farm city that grows corn and cucumbers, and this is what they came up with. Beautiful, right? Amazing. Not bad. You can actually, change certain things on here, but it's a true steampunk farm. Once again, you don't have to go out and create anything. Everything is all in one place. So the next thing is, you want to boost your day. You want to help me learn, create a video, write anything. I think the next thing I wanted was, create me a cardio plan for anybody that's over 40. So a Gemini created a day by day, my workout, the duration, the intensity, for Monday, I can do, interval training. I can do, active recovery, Monday through Friday, anything that is needed. And it tells you exactly what to do. All you have to do is basically ask Gemini. The next thing is it can create stories, okay? I wanted it to craft a superhero backstory. So it created, it's called The Legend of the Prism Prowl. So you have the original life, you got the incident, the transition, the powers and the abilities. And you can create, a story in here. And if you want an image, it will create you an image. Just basically tell, Gemini exactly what you want. Okay. So we're going to start this All right, so we're gonna create some music, okay? Because I can keep showing you and you're like, I don't know how to do this. All right, so we're going to do, let's do a workout, all right? So we're gonna customize the track. In the workout, what do you want? Do you want something that's fast? You want, more energy. So I'm gonna customize this, okay? I'm going to say, if I can type, apparently I can't. I want a workout music with EDM because it's pretty fast beat. Lots of bass and no singing. Okay. Basically, I could have done a little bit more. What we're going to do is basically hit submit. Okay. It's going to think, it's going to generate, my track for me. While that is generating, because it's going to be on the left hand side, we'll come back. Okay. It's going to create an image. Okay. What image? I want a sketch. I've always wanted to try this, the black and white sketch. You click on that. You can add a photo or describe the change. Okay. I want to describe the change because I don't want a sketch of that. Okay. I want a 20-year-old let's see, Asian female with black hair, medium, wearing a military uniform. Okay, once you figure out exactly what you want, you always want to tell, what the change is, who it is, who, what, where, and why, and how kind of thing, So basically, I want a 20-year-old Asian female with black hair, medium. I should have done medium, or long black hair, but wearing a military uniform. I didn't specify what military uniform. Let's see what it comes back at. Okay. So let's see what is happening. All right. So it looks like my music, I'm going to come back to this. All right. So my music is done. Okay. It's called the Solar Tide. So it created a high energy EDM track for my workout. So this track, let's check this track out. Here we go. Not bad. I can work out to this. I like it. So, this creating like new music on Gemini, I'm loving this so far. It's not bad. It's exactly what I want. I can create, the track, longer if I want to. All right. So we're going to go back to, our image. Perfect. So this is, here, let me show you. This is my sketch and it's perfect. She is, medium hair, Asian. Okay. And this looks like a military, a jacket. So it understands exactly what you want. Okay. So if you don't know what you're doing, okay, come to Gemini and start playing around with it. Okay. You can, once again, create image. This is brand new. Hopefully, they should be rolling this out soon. Boost my day. Help me learn. We're going to come back to that. Okay. Create a video or write anything. Now, help me learn. I actually have this because, do you understand the theory that's behind the black hole? Do you? Because I don't. So I asked Gemini, help me understand the reversal of a black hole. I keep it at the 5th grade level. Even when I make a mistake, it actually understands me. So when we talk about a reverse of black hole, we're usually talking about the white hole. So just think about the black hole like a cosmic vacuum cleaner with a one-way door. Once something goes in, it can never come back out. So I kept, the language at a 5th grade level. It gave me the comparison between the black hole and the white hole, and it gave me the actual image so I can understand the difference, because I don't. I always very fascinated when it comes to understanding the reversal of the black hole. I'm just a space girl. All right, and then it also, gives you like more questions down here. So if you want to learn anything, you come to new chat, help me learn. It's here, it's free, and you can create videos. I've actually created different videos on here, so you can pick your template. So it gives you, your idea, whatever's in your head, to spark it. You can do a video game, you can do Stardust, you can do Jelly Tunes, all this. Basically, pick this and customize and, do your description, and then just click here. I actually did a car chase and I thought it was pretty well. I had to tweak it a few times, but this is basically a high-speed cinematic car chase in Rome at the golden hour. It's not bad, but I had to tweak it a few times. But here's what it is. So it's not bad, but here's all the stuff right here. All the police is not chasing them. So overall, this was a little too difficult, for here. But once again, I just had to tweak it a few times. But yes, Gemini is an all-in-one product. Okay, ask it to create image. Once creating the music comes out, you can create music in here. You can, boost, your day. Help me learn, create videos, write anything. It's going to help you through your journey. And once again, all you have to do is sign up with your Gmail. Pretty simple. It's an all-in-one, great tool. So once again, you can do auto generate. You can do, Facebook posts. You can do newsletter. You basically, text the image, text to workflow. Everything is very quick and easy. It can, do drafts. Once again, it is an AI tool. You have to read everything if you're going to do drafts, or if you're going to do resumes. Just make sure that you look over everything. But I just wanted to share that with you. All right, guys, do me a favor. If you like this video, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the sub button along with the bell for the notification. Also, if you have Roku TV, don't forget to download the OPN app. Leave me a comment. What do you think of this? What do you want to learn? And also, don't forget to sign up for the newsletter. It is free. Lots of new tips and tricks, and I do a lot of prompting in there. So other than that, guys, I'll see you next time. Ja, bye.